Congratulations on making a brave decision to lose weight. Changing your diet can make a dramatic effect upon your outward appearance, but there can be an even greater effect to what happens to you on the inside. And I should know, because I suffered 2 heart attacks and I underwent a triple heart bypass operation. Hi there, I'm Chris Jones, and here is a picture of me all shaved up in readiness for the operation. Now, in truth, I'm a hairy guy, and being shaved made me feel like a lamb being prepared for the slaughter. It was emotionally very tough. Now, I'm just an ordinary guy, and I was always fit and strong. I played sport right into my 50s, football, tennis, golf, etc. But when I was around 54, I tore the ligaments in my left knee. I could walk okay, but definitely no running, and it took about a year to get the op done and everything seemed fine. However, not wanting to damage my new knee, I didn't take up any energetic sports again, so as you can imagine, I put on weight. Now, truthfully, I wasn't a lover of fast food, and I rarely had takeaways, but coming from an old school family, we never left food on the plate, and of course the best flavours always came from around the fat. I'm from the West Country, and my weakness is pasties and pastries. I actually thought a well-balanced diet was a sausage roll in each hand. Now, the one thing I did do a lot of was walking, and I started to notice that after a long steep climb, I started to feel out of breath. But hey, I was just a bit unfit because of my knee problem, wasn't I? So 2 years ago, I was working in London and on my way to the exhibition centre, when boom, I had severe pains through my left shoulder and down into my arm. My chest was tight and I could hardly breathe, so much so it made me drop to my knees in pain. My lungs felt as if I was breathing in hot acid fumes. I actually pretended to do up my shoelaces, and I just went into shallow breathing mode, slow and controlled. I was covered in a cold sweat, so I knew something very dramatic was happening. After 2 or 3 minutes, it eventually eased and I got to my feet. I had about 500 metres to get to my stand. Okay, off I went, and I managed about 100 metres and bang! Exactly the same thing happened again, and down I went. I went into survival mode for the second time. This time I took longer to recover. I walked almost in slow motion to my stand. No one seemed to notice, but I must have looked a bit weird. I sat down and someone got coffee, and thankfully I stabilised. In fact, after a rest I carried on and did a whole day's work, but the rest of the week was emotionally very tough for me. When I got back home, I went to the doctor's. He arranged for me to go to Exeter Hospital for an angiogram. Afterwards, the doctor came to see me. "I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, but you won't be going home," was his words. He drew this picture of my heart. He highlighted 9. Yes, 9 areas of plaque build-up. In fact, the right side was 90% blocked. It was a complete miracle I survived, as 50% of heart attack victims die. 10 days later, I was moved from Exeter to London, and there I had a triple heart bypass, and now 2 years on, I'm able to tell you my story. Now, of course, it's not just food that causes cholesterol build-up. Things like stress and hereditary factors come into play, but there's no denying that what you eat can kill you. But the problem is, you just can't see it. As this next picture shows, when I went into hospital, I was 94 kilos. That's getting close to 15 stone. Now, I'm 84 kilos, which is just over 13 stone. I am fitter and healthier than I have been in years. Now, how did I lose all this weight? Well, as you can imagine, I haven't been killing myself in the gym. The plain and simple truth is, I followed this diet. And I've lost this weight with absolutely no exercising whatsoever. The recommended foods are delicious and satisfying, and there's a huge amount of choice. And there is none of this weighing out or counting points, just clean, healthy, nutritious food that is tasty and filling. I urge you to adopt this diet, not only because you'll look amazing on the outside, but you'll be a whole lot healthier on the inside where it really counts. So regain control of your life, look younger and feel younger, and don't forget there will be an added bonus, because all those lovely clothes that became too tight for you, well, they'll fit perfectly again. Yep, happy days. Now remember, I got lucky, as it was a 50-50 chance whether or not I even survived. So do yourself a massive favour and click the button below to understand why this diet is different, why it is scientifically proven to melt away fat from your body, and why you can shed pounds of fat without going to the gym or taking dangerous pills or even starving yourself half to death. Now trust me, I know how precious life is. So please don't tempt fate. Start your new life now. Just click the button below and discover the new, healthy you. Do it because you and your family truly deserve it.